Welcome to a new topic of grade 12 functions. We are going to revise grade 11 and grade 12 functions. Most of the topics you learned in grade 11, but you have little bit of functions in grade 12. We are revising the whole topic of grade 11 and grade 12. Watch this video very carefully and enjoy. Given f of x is equal to 8 over x minus 2 plus 3, write down the equations of the asymptotes of f. A question of 2 marks. Asymptotes, we know that this is a function of hyperbola. You can see the denominator, that is x minus 2. When we see minus 2, we must realize that the graph is moving 2 units to the right horizontally, and plus 3 represents the movement or the shifting of the graph 3 units upwards. And we have the two new asymptotes. The vertical asymptote is marked as x equal to positive 2, and the horizontal asymptote is y equal to 3. So the graph is not available, but we must know how to write the equations of the two asymptotes. Calculate the x and y intercepts of f. 3 marks. We know that at x-intercept, the y-coordinate of the point must be 0. We substitute y equal to 0 into the function. Fx is y. So 8 over x minus 2 plus 3 equal to 0. We multiply all the terms by the LCD into this. So we get 8 plus 3 times x minus 2 equal to 0 times x minus 2 is again 0. We remove the bracket, simplify, and then we get x equal to minus 2 over 3. Now the x-intercept is minus 2 over 3 is 0. At the y-intercept, x is 0. So we substitute x 0 into the equation. So we have y equal to 8 over 0 minus 2 plus 3. We use the calculator and get y equal to minus 1. Now the y-intercept is 0 minus 1. 3 marks. Sketch the graph of f. Show clearly the intercepts and the asymptotes. 3 marks for that. Sketching the graph of hyperbola. We have the x-intercept minus 2 over 3, 0. We have the y-intercept 0 minus 1. Also we have the two asymptotes from our previous questions. So here is the graph. All the intercepts are marked. The asymptotes in dotted lines. So we get 3 marks. The graph of f. Okay, another exponential graph, exponential equation. Hx equal to a times 2 to the power x minus 1 plus q. Write down the value of q we know that Q is representing the vertical shift. Now in this case the asymptote is y equal to -6. So the value of Q is -6. Here is the graph again, the exponential graph. If the graph of h passes through the point -1, -5¼ calculate the value of A. It's a 4 marks question. Now, since the point -1, -5¼ lies on the graph, we will substitute that point into the given equation. So we have y equal to a times 2 to the power x minus 1 minus 6, the equation. So we substitute. In the place of y we put -5¼ in the place of x we will substitute 1, carefully substituting, and we simplify the equation. Actually the 4 marks is given because of the simplification. So -21/4 equal to a times 2 to the power -2 minus 6. So 6 is taken to the left side, we get -21/4 plus 6 equal to a times 2 to the power -2 is 1/4. We simplify the left hand side on the calculator. Don't guess, make use of the calculator. So we get 3/4 equal to a times 1/4. Now the denominators are 4 and 4. So a is equal to 3. Calculate the average gradient between the x-intercepts or x-intercept, that is t, and the y-intercept, that is p. Average gradient. So let us calculate the x-intercept first. Our equation is y equal to 3 times 2 to the power x minus 1 minus 6, and we substitute y equal to 0. Then we get 0 equal to 3 times 2 to the power x minus 1 minus 6. We take minus 6 to the left side, we get 6 equal to 3 times 2 to the power x minus 1. We divide by 3, we get 2 equal to 2 to the power x minus 1. 2 means 2 to the power 1. Now the bases are equal. So the exponents are equal. Therefore x minus 1 equal to 1. And then x equal to 2. The x-intercept, that is coordinates of t, is 2, 0. Now we move on to the y-intercept, that is p. For the y-intercept we substitute x equal to 0 into the equation. So we get y equal to 3 times 2 to the power 0 minus 1 minus 6. Then we have 3/2 minus 6. We use the calculator and get -9/2 or -4.5. Now the y-intercept is -4.5, 0. Our question is to calculate the average gradient. Let's go for that. Average gradient, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we have 0 minus of -4.5 gives us 4.5, positive 4.5 over x2 minus x1, that is 2 minus 0. And we simplify on the calculator and we get 2 and a quarter. So the average gradient is 2 and a quarter. Determine the equation of P if Px is equal to h of x minus 2 in the form Px equal to a times 2 to the power x minus 1 plus q. So we do have the equation. Now we have Px is h of x minus 2. So what we do is we replace x with x minus 2. Okay, what's our equation? Px is equal to 3 times 2 to the power x minus 1. But here we are going to replace it. So x minus 2 minus 1 minus 6. We simplify that, then we get Px is equal to 3 times 2 to the power x minus 3 minus 6. A small question of 2 marks. That is the end of part 1. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe my videos. Thank you.